Lakers Nation, stop what you're doing for a second, because what we heard from LeBron James might change the way we look at this entire season. Before we dive into this exclusive breakdown, make sure you hit the like button and drop a comment right now. How many more years do you think LeBron has left? Now let's talk. At 41 years old and in his 23rd NBA season, LeBron James continues to defy logic, history, and time itself. Wearing the purple and gold of the Los Angeles Lakers, he remains the center of attention not only in Los Angeles, but across the entire league. And yet, for the first time in a long time, the conversation isn't just about points, assists, or championships. It's about the end. His contract is approaching its final chapter. He is set to become an unrestricted free agent next offseason. And naturally, speculation is growing louder. Is this it? Is this the final ride? But here's where things get interesting. On Thursday night, in a huge win over the Dallas Mavericks, LeBron recorded yet another triple-double, becoming the oldest player in NBA history to do so. At 41, let that sink in, he didn't look like a farewell tour player. He looked like the engine of a playoff team. However, and this is important, the season hasn't been flawless. He's missed 18 games. His defensive metrics have dipped. The physical wear and tear is real. Father Time doesn't lose. He only waits. With the All-Star break approaching, reporters finally asked the question directly. How much longer can you really keep doing this? And LeBron's answer wasn't about athleticism. It wasn't about stats. It wasn't about championships. It was about love. It's not about my game. My game isn't going anywhere. It's my body. There's so many other factors that determine how long I'll play. The question is, how long can I stay in love with the process? That right there is the real headline. LeBron made something very clear. Physically, he believes he can keep going. Mentally, that's the true battleground. He explained that if the love for preparation, the grind, the daily commitment fades, then everything else will follow. Once the passion leaves, the body will too. And once that happens, it's over. That's not a man whose skills are declining. That's a man evaluating his soul. He even added something that should send chills down the spine of the league. If I need to put on a show any night, I can. Confidence, not arrogance. A 41-year-old who still believes and proves that he can dominate on command. Now, let's analyze this carefully. LeBron is right about one thing. His basketball IQ has never been higher. He may not jump 40 inches like he did at 25, but his understanding of spacing, tempo, and timing allows him to control games in ways younger players simply cannot. At 25, he overwhelmed you physically. At 35, he dissected you. At 41, he orchestrates. That evolution is rare. But here's the emotional layer that fans must confront. This isn't about whether LeBron can play longer. It's about whether he wants to continue sacrificing everything required to stay at this level. Because make no mistake, playing at 41 isn't normal. It requires obsession, discipline, pain tolerance, endless recovery sessions, early mornings, late nights. And for someone who has already won championships, MVPs, finals MVPs, broken scoring records, and built a legacy that will echo forever, what's left to chase? That's where this becomes fascinating. If LeBron decides to continue, it won't be because he needs validation. It will be because he still loves the fight. And that changes the entire narrative around the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. Because if he stays committed, the Lakers must stay aggressive. They can't waste his remaining seasons. They can't wait and see. Every roster decision becomes urgent. If he retires, a rebuild begins immediately. There is no middle ground. And that's why his words matter more than any stat line. The league is watching. Lakers fans are holding their breath. And LeBron is still deciding how much more of himself he's willing to give. But this story doesn't stop there. Because while LeBron is contemplating longevity, he's also shaping the future of basketball in another powerful way. And that brings us to a rising star you need to know about. Stay with me. Because in Block 2, we're diving into LeBron's influence beyond the NBA and how his connection to USC sensation JuJu Watkins reveals something even bigger about his legacy. And trust me, you don't want to miss that. If Block 1 was about how long LeBron can play, Block 2 is about something even bigger. Because while the basketball world debates retirement timelines, LeBron is quietly building something that could last far longer than any NBA season. And this part of the story, it's powerful. Back in 2023, LeBron James launched a new chapter in his partnership with Nike, the LeBron NXXT Gen sneaker line. Unlike his traditional signature shoes designed for elite pros, this collection was created specifically for younger players. Support, stability, explosiveness, but more than that, accessibility. This wasn't just another sneaker drop. It was a statement. LeBron understands something many superstars don't. Influence isn't just about highlights. It's about who you inspire next. And that's where one name enters the conversation. JuJu Watkins. If you follow college basketball, especially the women's game, you already know how big that name is becoming. The USC phenom has been one of the most electrifying young players in the country. Her scoring ability, her poise, her confidence, it all screams future superstar. Even after suffering a devastating ACL injury in March 2025, Watkins remains one of the most talked about athletes in college sports. And here's why this connection matters. LeBron has openly supported the next generation of talent, men and women, and Watkins represents exactly what his NXXT Gen line stands for: the future. This isn't random branding. This is alignment. While playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron is still competing at the highest level. But at the same time, he's mentoring from a distance. He's elevating young athletes. He's shaping the culture. And let's pause here for a second as sports fans. Think about this. At 41, most legends fade quietly. LeBron, he's breaking records on Thursday night and influencing NCAA stars on Friday morning. That dual impact is rare. Now, let's analyze what this means emotionally and strategically. When LeBron talks about love for the process, he isn't only referring to his own workouts and film sessions. He's talking about the ecosystem of basketball, the grind, the preparation, the obsession that defines greatness. Athletes like JuJu Watkins embody that same hunger. And that might be part of what keeps him energized, because when you see the next generation studying you, wearing your shoes, quoting your mindset, it reignites something. It reminds you why you started. But here's the deeper layer. LeBron is positioning himself for life after basketball without ever saying it directly. The sneaker line, the mentorship, the visibility in women's basketball, the cultural presence beyond the NBA. He's expanding his legacy from all-time great player to architect of the next era. And for Lakers fans, that adds complexity. Because if LeBron eventually walks away from the court, his connection to the game won't disappear. It will evolve. And maybe, just maybe, that evolution is already beginning. Now, let's bring it back to reality on the hardwood. Despite the legacy-building moves and mentorship, the truth remains. The Lakers still rely heavily on him. Even this season, in year 23, he can flip a switch and deliver a triple-double against elite competition. That doesn't happen by accident. That doesn't happen without obsession. But obsession has a cost. Recovery becomes longer. Injuries linger. Energy management becomes strategic. The fact that he has already missed 18 games this season is not insignificant. It's a reminder that even superhuman careers operate under human limits. And this is where the tension builds heading into the final stretch of the season. Is LeBron playing because he believes his roster can contend? Or is he playing because he's not ready to say goodbye? That distinction matters. Because if the Lakers make a deep playoff run, the conversation changes. If they fall short early, the off-season speculation will explode. Will he re-sign? Will he test free agency? Will he finally walk away? The league office is watching. Front offices are watching. Players across the NBA are watching. And fans, especially in Los Angeles, are living every game like it could be part of the final chapter. But here's the journalist in me speaking honestly. When LeBron talks about passion, it doesn't sound like someone preparing to quit. It sounds like someone searching for clarity. And that search may define the rest of the season. Lakers Nation, what a moment we're witnessing. We're not just watching the final seasons of a superstar. We're watching the closing chapters of one of the greatest careers in basketball history. And when LeBron James finally decides what's next, the entire NBA will feel it. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think LeBron plays 2 more seasons? 3? Or is this truly the final run in the purple and gold of the Los Angeles Lakers? Drop your prediction in the comments right now. I read them all, and your opinion matters here. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown, smash the like button so more Lakers fans can join this conversation. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update on LeBron's future, Lakers trade rumors, and everything happening around this team. This story is far from over, and we're going to cover every second of it together. See you in the next one.